Hello everyone, this is Jim from Data Finance. Welcome back to our channel. We are with you on 11th of August afternoon analysis. On this video, we will cover some news first and then we will just go ahead with our charts. Alright, so yesterday we have received the inflation data of July and it was lower than expected. So it's a good news, but still it's 8.5 annually and monthly is 0%. So even like Biden just told that like inflation is 0%, but everybody knows that like it's just like a meaning that like a month over month there is no change, but annual inflation is so high. So to just lower that one, we need to lower oil prices. In July, oil prices declined from $100 levels to $90 levels. That's the main reason of this decline. If you don't see any decline from $90 to $80, $75 in August, then we will not be able to speak for lower inflation and then peak inflation. That's all about it. And then we will just see those news in the coming months. And after this, we have seen that all right, inflation has peaked, and then we don't see any more high inflation, and then the market just like started to rise. That's what's happening, and then everybody started to expect 0.50% rate hike in September instead of 0.75% in a few days, like a few days ago. So we will just see the real expectation after we see September. In September, at the beginning of the September, the non-farm payroll data, at the same time inflation data before the Fed meeting. Those will just give us the real expectation of those rate hikes. Until that time, there will be a volatile market. All right, let's start our first chart. As you can see, our first chart is Tesla. Tesla is just rising with this recent rally, and then in here actually we have seen some declines from just this rejection because Elon Musk has sold some of his shares, like 10% of his shares, and then he said like a Twitter court may just force him to sell that one. So he's getting ready for any possible results and consequence of these court this Twitter court. All right, that's just created a sell-off, but then after the market rise, all the other like a stock market rise, it just joined a rally. So it's just rising and rising. Another important thing about Tesla, in the last meeting, shareholder meeting, they just agreed on split to three splits, and then that will just make the price of Tesla shares and lower first, and then we will see another rise, another rally in that one, because every time when it just gets splits, and then the people just find the price cheap, and then they are buying so much for Tesla shares. It's also another important advantage and another important chance to make money for investors. All right, that was for Tesla. Let's look at our second chart.
You are ready to win with us. GAN Markets.
All right, our second chart is wheat. As you can see here, wheat prices have tested the critical $750 levels, but then from that level, it just started to rise again. So with Istanbul contract, with Istanbul agreement right now, the ships are leaving from Ukraine ports and then departing to destinations. That was a kind of hope for the coming months. But there's also one thing. Ukraine right now in a war, and then many farmers and many producers are just in the battlefields. That's why the production is declining. So of course, like there will be some declines with this new agreement, but it's for already produced and like a bought and then made contract. So the demand for the next year, for next month and something like that, and they should have just like started to plant those weeds and then just harvest in the winter time, but it didn't happen, so there will be some decline in production. That's why the market is just assessing that the price cannot go lower than these and at these circumstances. That's why we see another rise in wheat prices. As you can see, here's the important moment. It's rising, and we will just see another test in 830 levels, and that will be a critical moment for wheat. And right now we are in a tight channel. Just look at it here from the mid of July. We are in the channel of 830, and then on the support line 750. It's going back and forth in this line, and if you ask me, these are not good time. For example, in Lebanon today, like there are like a lot of problems in Lebanon and in emerging countries as well. One guy cannot withdraw the money, so they just like, get into bank, and then they are just like taking hostage of the bank staff. These kind of things are just showing us that this high food inflation is creating social instability, and then we may see more in the coming months with these high food costs. All right, let's look at our last chart. All right, our last chart is silver. As you can see here, silver prices are rising just like gold prices. It has tested $18 levels, $18-$30 levels, and then from there it just risen at the end of July, and it has tested like almost $2.5 more, exactly that level. $2.5 rise happened. And now we have seen a small correction, but not so long. It just testing these 20.5 levels, 20.50 levels, and if it just cannot hold the support level, we can see another sell-off similar to this one until to $1940 levels in silver prices. So US interest rate are just like the key level for that one for silver and gold prices. But another important thing is global risk, and this was like another reaction for Pelosi's Taiwan visit, and a lot of people just assess if something happens. So silver is a good hedge opportunity. That's why they just bought on this one, and then right now they are assessing. There's not so specific results, so they are just selling and then just keeping it stable. So, but we know in market that if something cannot rise, it just falls down. All right, thank you so much for watching us. We will be together on more news and more charts with you. Have a nice and profitable day. Bye.